think one of the main things that we have done in Bristol is not copied anybody. Everyone, I think, has got that same attitude. They want to pioneer a new sound. They want to do something that no one else has done before.
A lot of people, a lot of influential people come out of Bristol. I don't know what they eat for breakfast, but I want some.
Bristol plays a really important part in British music in the 90s, really, in terms of artists like Ronnie Size, in terms of artists like Tricky, Massive Attack, Portishead. All of these people who've come out of this quite small city.
Introducing to you this year's top boys, this year's Mercury winners, producers of that bad album New Forms and newly released single Brown Paper Bag, Ronnie Size and the Represent crew.
So Ronnie Size and the Bristol-based Represent Collective have won the 1997 Mercury Music Prize. This is probably the most radical winner in the history of the prize. Drum and bass is still very much an underground movement in Britain, but tonight it really goes overground as New Forms wins Album of the Year.
You know, people said we were crazy, but we just believed in what we was doing. You know, Die, S.U.V, Dynamite, you know, Crust.
You know, this is 2001 now. This is the future. You remember what you used to think when, what would it be like in the future? We used to watch programs like 1999 and so this is it, we're here. This is the future, do you know what I mean? And this is the music, the crazy stuff that we're listening to. It's great to go mainstream as well as be underground. I think this music has got a lot of credibility still because it's coming from the underground, you know, but we have to reach the mainstream as well, you know. I want my mum to listen to it, I want my nan to listen to it.
That's our signal! Yes, something of a different taste, fresh, it's a life you never make haste. Now, I believe the time is right. How? Stepping from the left to the right, so get ready for the rhythm in check, direct. Believe me, you ain't heard nothing yet, it's new. Structure of the sound we're unveiling, from points around the world and still keep on sailing. And I got that, that's why my beat sounds so pure, this is the format, something you never heard before.
No, I think music has many genres and many messages and many stories to tell, you know what I mean? There's different emotions and different things. I can't and I won't even try and narrow it down to one answer because for me music is really like a new religion. It's like a religion which we're not killing each other over. It's a universal language. Music is our only hope. This is all our generation. The way we're going to communicate is, for one, through our music.
Get crazy, come on, hey! Right to that back row, right to the back!
What we've done is try to bring the DJ element of what we do onto the live show, you know? So when we play live, we do like live rewinds and stuff. That's what we used to do as a DJ. We used to control the crowd, manipulate the crowd, take them up, take them down, and see where the crowd are moving, you know?
Belt on the frame, little hold and we'll punch up. Tight, we wrap it up, it's wrapped tightly. Step to the rhythm, now don't step too lightly.
It's like electronic music mixed with the live instruments and you know, just kind of a mishmash of sounds sort of up there.
The Americans have got their hip hop, haven't they? And I think this is England's thing, drum and bass.
Alright, now we're getting into this sound. Pick it up, shake it up, turn it upside down.
The rhythm made down to brown, playing rock step. The rhythm made down to brown, 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 brown.
The names just kept changing. It went to jungle techno, and now it's called drum and bass because it's kind of easy for people to recognise it as drum and bass. But for me, I've already called it a new name. For me, it's future music. It's just electronic music. As soon as you put drum and bass into a category or into a box, then the possibilities close in. Sometimes people hear the name drum and bass and they immediately switch off. That shouldn't be the case, man. They shouldn't let the names overshadow the music.
We're not mad, man. We're not mad scientists trying to create some crazy thing, man. We're future musicians, man. We're pioneers of a new music, man.
That's what this music is. It's about trying to look into the future.
Drum and bass is totally different. You know, it's a whole different world. It's like when I talk about jazz music, and the ultimate is the imagination in jazz. It's the same thing for drum and bass.
You've arrived at a very interesting point, if you want, in the late 20th century, in the sense that the music we call popular music is really, it actually kind of touches on the avant-garde. Each time someone like Ronnie Size wins something like the Mercury Music Prize, you shift and broaden the parameters of what is popular music. You know, and you begin to realise, really, the music that is popular can be about so many more things than a verse, a chorus, a hook, a bass line.
There is a new generation of people who've grown up through rave culture, to whom that was their punk music, who do hear music in a different way, who've grown up through hearing music in clubs, loud, dancing, going to raves, driving around the M25, you know, looking for searchlights in the sky. That is their Friday and Saturday night. So I do think, for a real appreciation of what's going on, you have to get into that frame of mind. You've got to stop saying it doesn't sound like the Beatles, you know. It just sounds different, you know.
What you hear is this music of real complexity. There are moments of silence, then there are moments of freneticism, then there are moments of sheer noise, then there are moments of beauty and of clarity. All of those things can happen within a single song, within a single track, because effectively, that's kind of what it's like walking down the street. You can hear a car alarm, you can hear a fire alarm, you can hear a police siren. What you hear when you hear drum bass is a crystallization of an urban experience.
What the technology allows us to do is to be more creative and gives us more freedom. But what's more important than any machines is what's in here. Do you know what I mean? If you've got nothing in there, then all the equipment in the world ain't going to do you no good.
How would I explain to someone what drum and bass is? It does centre a lot around the beat. This beat is stretched and put through a sampler and put onto a computer at around about 160 beats per minute. Layered on top of that could be anything.
The sampler itself is the new electric guitar. You know, it is the kind of modern, current day progressive instrument.
With a sampler, that's a license. That's loads of 007s out there with license to kill.
Americans have certainly taken on, you know, specific British artists, but all those artists from, you know, the Beatles, the Stones to Oasis are working variations on rock and roll, which is an American creation. So this will be interesting to see if Americans are open-minded enough to respond to something like that.
I want to thank everybody for turning up. This is our debut show in New York City. I want a wonderful turnout, man. Okay? So we'll continue the journey right about now, the drum and bass sound, the jungle sound. The good sound, it's a good vibe, it's about energy and about vibes, and we create that and we show that to you. So right now we're going to step inside something a little bit jazz. I know S.U.V is ready. I know the whole of New York City right now is ready. I know this. Are we going to get down with that beat? Are we going to get down with that beat? Hey! 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 You should know by now. That's his running size, and you should know by now. That's his DJ Cross, and you should know by now. That's his S.U.V, and you should know by now. You should know by now, but you should know by now. That's his DJ Diane, you should know by now. I am dynamite, and you should know by now. Over there is on the lead, and you should know by now. You should know by now, you should know by now. Jump, say you're jumping, you can sell by now. Basis is jumping, you can sell by now. If you don't know, then we will show you how. We will show you how, but we will show you how with the jazzy. Jazzy. Jazzy.
Yeah, I saw something in there that made me think this could happen. Because I think they have a whole stage show. You know, there's a notion that they're the band that could break jungle here.
America is more about performance, and once they see Ronnie Size represent, can actually do it live, and still have the full flavour, as they say, I think it will be over.
Thank you very much, and good night.
Since winning the award, we've been on the road doing the live show and, you know, travelling quite a lot. You know, the live show has become, you know, a key part of the success, why people are taking notice.
Seeing all those keyboards, I still assumed that there was a DAT machine playing and they were playing over the DAT or something. I assumed, you get what I'm saying, but everything is being played live. He is playing that bass line on them keyboards live, and Cross is playing them strings live.
I mean, I think all the guys that do live things are brave, man. They're brave because if you got like a drummer trying to drum like 160 BPM and that, I'm like,
That's just like dynamite. I mean, that you got it. That's explosive. That show is completely off the hook.
Before we go up, we have to come down.
I was fortunate enough to do a concert with Ronnie Size at Montreux in Switzerland, and they took the stage and they took it by storm. It was a wonderful experience to see this music presented live. The audience response was incredible.
People did, think that this music was basically a studio-based music. I would just say that there's a new music, and it's just got a lot of energy.
Dynamite has just got such a wicked stage presence, and he knows how to just cheer up the crowd. And they've got Anna Lee, the vocalist. She makes you tingle, you get what I'm saying? When she sings, right, you just feel like you're shivering.
The way they use the vocals is, again, slightly reminiscent of that whole sound system tradition of mixing, emceeing and rapping with vocal performance. It's a kind of quite sort of fluid movement of musicians. I mean, almost the way jazz used to work, where an alto player would come forward and you get a couple of solos and then he would step back, stand in the wings, classic image of nodding along, and the pianist would take over. It's not just one front man, holding the fort like Jagger or something. It's much more kind of interplay, I think.
How's everybody feeling now? Is everybody feeling good? You feeling good? Well, let's go back inside that beat right now. Yeah! Yeah! That's right. Raise up! Raise up! Part two. That's right, so welcome to represent. Time to bring it out so you all truly understand the code.
Right now, my eyes and my ears are open. I'm ready for whatever's happening next.
The concept of the video is time displacement, time configuration and manipulation and structural management, which is a very exciting concept, which involves stopping time.
We did the video in Toronto because we knew that Toronto had like the futurisms, that's what we call them. Their buildings look like they're coming straight out of 2001.
We've got a certain amount of time to get to the airport and we can't make it, so we have a device which freezes time and then we mingle in and out of everybody who's frozen, and then we see some, odd things going on. Where the time gets frozen, we kind of bounce around and things kind of look off-key and kind of weird, and we kind of get underneath things and around things, and the idea sounds good and it should come out. It should come out pretty good.
Yes, another of us on board for the chaser. New configuration, new rip and new structure. Belts on the frame that'll hold and won't puncture. Sight, we wrap it up, it's rap. That's right, that's right. Step to the rhythm, step to the rhythm, step to the rhythm, lay down some brown paper. Sight, we wrap it up, it's rap. Sight, 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 sight,
been on the road now for the best part of 6 weeks. We've been in Europe, we've been in America, and now we're back in England, and the end of the tour is near.
The Bristol one should be good. It should be heaving. It should be mad. That's going to be the bomb, guaranteed. Hometown, last day of the tour. Yes.
Coming home, everyone's going to be there. Everyone and their dog is going to be there.
One thing that I personally enjoy doing is playing to a home crowd. That's the biggest challenge of all.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right now we're welcoming back Ronnie Size and the Represent crew, fresh back from their European and British tour. Also a trip down stateside, yes, New York. Right now they're back to represent in a Bristol style. I said a Bristol style.
Alright, okay, as you know, you're rocking with Represent, yeah? And this happens to be the last date of our tour. We're in the UK right now, yeah? But you see, like, yeah, okay, hold it down. No. Right? But these past few months, we was on a European tour, yeah? And we went to places like Germany, went to France, went to Italy, went to Spain. And this part of the show here, I used to come out on stage, right? I'm gonna reenact. I used to come out on stage, I used to say, okay, for all the people that don't really know about drum and bass music, and don't really know about jungle, and don't know, but you know what? We're in Bristol right now, and all of you know about jungle music. As we step inside that sweet sound, that beautiful sound. You know it's a sound for one and all, with no discrimination, no segregation, no separation, no segmentation. It's one nation, representation. Sounds the with the one they call. Share. The fall.